so going back to window level 1, which is the Confederation level. So that's how you add a nation. Same thing with competition. We could add a European fictional cup. Then it adds it in there. And it should be updating the IDs correctly. Settings is the same as before. Weather is the same as before. So we're good here. All that's the same. Let's go to level 2 now, which is the national level. Under nations, same thing with competitions. Austrian fictional cup. So we've got that added in there. IDs look correct. Same thing with settings. I've just moved it to the left here and weather's on the right. I don't really know why. I think it was because settings is almost always shorter for nations, so I popped it over here just because everything's going to look a little bit more uniform and neat and tidy. I mean, even here where we've got a bunch of competitions, it's just like you can see everything. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts, whatever else. A brief reminder, if you want to delete data from settings, you go here and do that. There's no way right now to delete the weather data, so doing this, I think it just leaves it blank, which would probably lead to errors. That's England, so let's go back to England. Yeah, oh, it just puts it in as 0. All right, so that's level 2. Let's go to level 3. We'll go to the World Cup. And you can see that the stages are listed here. If you wanted to hypothetically add an additional stage, then you could do that here. And then we get to tasks data. So settings is the same as before. You want to remove a settings data, you put it in there. Tasks is a new option here. It's broken down into 2 sections. So we've got start tasks, and then if you scroll down, we've got end tasks. If you go to the women's national side, you can see, no, wait, here we go. If there are no tasks available, I'm under international friendly right now, as you can see up here. Create start task, create end task. It will specifically give you the tasks that correspond with end tasks or start tasks. And it will also update the number of viewable parameters. We could have this wrong, though, so it may be that some of these are not actually optional, but notice like when you have Phil Champ's Cup seeded, it shows all 4 parameters, and it fills in the default value when the 4th parameter is not shown. I think Phil from League also only shows 2, so the other 2 it fills in with, I think, zeros, but that's probably another thing to look at. Same thing here. If you want to delete a task, then you just delete one of the parameters. I think you could delete any of them. Nope, it has to be the first one. So the first parameter, delete the first parameter, and that'll delete the task. Let me know what you think about that. I like it, but not everybody will. So if you want to delete a task, delete the first parameter. All right, regardless. That's level 1. No, that's level 3. Jeez. All right, let's go to level 4, stages. I'll go to the group stage of the Men's World Cup. You see we've got the groups added here, so we could hypothetically add a group I and a group J, and you'll see that it's getting added to the hierarchy down here. We've got advancement data to introduce. So advancement data essentially takes the form of, so it's 4 lines in the text files. It's the ID, which is already mentioned here, and then slot, push comp, and push position. When you create new advancement data, the first time it's always going to use slot 0. After that, it's always going to watch what happens in slot 0 and then kind of build off of that. So if it says 0 here, it's going to just keep adding these as 0. But I think if you add it as, same thing here, if you want to delete these, highlight the slot, and it'll delete. I think it's actually deleting 2 new rows there. Let me say I think I found bug 3. Advancement data, deleting too many rows. I actually think it's doing that because there's duplicates So like, for instance, if I have these 3 rows, they technically all have the same data. So any filter that tries to look for 27000, it'll find all these data and just start axing it. So I actually think that might be working appropriately, although it's only removing 1 row. Anyway, interesting. What I need to do is eventually add a prevent duplicate option in here and make sure that it's adding like something in here ends up differing, probably the push position. Anyway, let's go in here and delete some more data. This might take a second because of that duplicates issue. Okay, if I put this in as slot 1, it'll start creating 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll see if we start deleting from here, then it'll work more appropriately. It is not going to auto number for you though, so you will have to take care of renumbering these. Eventually down the line, we can make it auto number for you. Okay, anyway, settings are the same, advancements the same. We are missing a schedule button, so that's bug number 4. Level 4, need create schedule button. All right. That's it for level 4. Let me see if I know there's some schedules, some stages that have schedule data in them. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like some club competitions. Here we go. All right, so let's look at schedule data here. It's organized into rounds, and the rounds, that's one of the values that gets recorded in the data, obviously. I don't have this set up as a calendar yet, so you literally have to put in the day, unfortunately. I know that Legend has made a tutorial before, and it talks about what the start day is. I don't have it memorized off the top of my head, but essentially day, min, max, and time, and military time with these round data. If you want to add a row to the round, hit plus row right here. If I want to add a row to this round, round 2, add it right here. If I want to add a new round completely, I hit this new round here. So then we've got round 11, we can do round 12 and keep going like that. If I want to remove, I remove. It will renumber. I think it's working correctly. So we can actually get rid of all of these data. Point of order, data is plural, datum is singular. So it's these data or that datum. Pedantry. Okay, and then let's look at, we've already looked at we haven't looked at advancement data. Advancement is, yeah, we did. Never mind. My apologies. All right. Let's go to level 5, which is the group level. So at the group level, we've got a few different things. Standings was pretty simple. It's basically the ID and then a bunch of slots. So, and it just starts counting. So we can actually modify standings by just changing the number of teams. To prove that that works, let's see, this is group 28. So if we go into data, standings, then the first few rows will be the ones in question. Ooh, it's not supposed to allow a null. That's a JSON maker bug. In standings. Okay. Let's see. We will go to ID 28. Here we go. And notice we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them because num teams equal 8. And notice it's numbered them for us starting at 0. Beautiful. What if we drop it down to 2 and we look again? We'll close this up. Just to prove that it's working, we'll go down to, here we go, 28. And there's only 2 options now. So it does that all automatically. That's working beautifully, all except for the null value. Schedules is now on the right-hand side. Works exactly the same as before. And yeah, you do have to delete the day value here if you want to delete the round. Right now it does not autocorrect this round issue here. Boop, boop, boop. So that's probably messing with the underlying data as well. Let me put that in there as another bug. Schedules. No more decrement. Round numbers. Okay. Let's talk about objectives. So advancement data is over here now. Schedules is over here on the right. Settings is the same as before. Let's talk about objectives. They start, I think, in the Champions League, like in the 180s or something like that. I think I can find it in the round of 16 quarterfinals. Here we go. All right. Objectives. It records all of the options for objectives data here. If you want to delete objectives data, you just put it there. You just delete it. We're on 171 right now, so go back. Notice that nothing's here now, and then you can do create new objective and put it back in. So that's that. Last thing we do, there is this level 6 thing, which seems paradoxically to have children of level 5. I don't know, man. So I've got no user interface for level 6. I have no idea what the hell's going on here. I don't know what you need. Talk to me. Let me know what's up. Okay, there's your tutorial. Thanks.